Oops. Oh, what happened? Hey, Dave. Shit. Sorry, I missed your live, buddy. Saw it. Hey, yep. What's up, guys? Figure I'll do a little bit of live since Marty's, occupied with, a friend and stuff. So, just finished up a video on routing the track, just a test route, as they call it. Dave knows about it. I've been messaging him and Harry. So we just basically tested the router, the depth and everything, and tested the jig, and it works good. And nice little router. Just really happy with it. It's at speed too. It cuts just fine. You don't need to crank it up all the way. Not necessary. It doesn't fling as much material if you have it at speed too. So it's all good. So, but I'm just here with my cut piece here, and then I got my Carrera Fleet here. I'm starting to amass. I have the Norm Nelson car over there on the bench, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 on the way, so it'll be a total of 8. So been really getting on building this stuff for these cars. So only the straights I'll route in the house. The turns I'll route outside, and then I'll get the turns in here and according to Harry, we'll pin it and set the angles and stuff, and bow it, and then we'll route the straights. I believe we're supposed to route the straights with it bowed. I'm not sure. I gotta ask him that. So, but not too bad today. Just doing it. The weather's still kind of crappy here, so it's kind of. So what's up, Ronan? Just again doing a little live here since Marty's busy with stuff. With a friend. Condolences to his friend who he lost. So, but he's going to be on Thursday. I may be asleep anyway, so because I got to work Thursday, and that night I'm pretty toast. What's up, Neil? How you doing? Oh, well, not much picking up the slack. Mostly maybe filling in. I should have done it earlier, but I figured I'd do it now. Masa put a video on his what he wants to do his layout, which is pretty cool. I watched that. Yeah, pretty much. What are you doing? And I got my dog right here. What are you doing here? Huh? Come here. Can you get up? Can you up? No? Okay, then go up. Fine. Got my dog there. She's wants to be by me. So careful, Mitzi. So let's see what else we got here. I've got a few Carrera NASCARs too. I'm going to sacrifice a couple of brass chassis. Yeah, I think they're worth it getting a brass chassis, to be honest. They deserve a brass chassis. I mean, nothing against a Carrera plastic chassis. But after building that Glotzback car, I really enjoyed doing that. So I'm going to enjoy doing these ones. And then I'm going to have an oval, so it'll work out just to have them that way. But again, you can modify the Carrera chassis too. There's nothing wrong with that. You get some better bushings and stuff, and just do a little cutting. Yeah, brass to me is a little better than the plastic, but I mean, there's also cons and pros with it as well. But just prefer what's your preference and what you like is what it is. But yeah. So that slot car corner router is super sharp, man. That thing is deadly. As you saw, now my fingers have healed. Freaking cut my fingers, pulled that thing out last week, and that thing cuts really good. It really cut the channels nice on this. I'm really impressed with it. Really nice. You got the run in. I got an old rims resin body, RMS resin body, 66 Chevelle. He's trying to make a chassis for him. Yeah, go for it, man. There's plenty of videos out there for it. Pat, brass chassis, more weight, better handling. I mean, it all depends how you design it too. I've seen people do 1/32, like Group C cars out of brass chassis. I mean, it's to an extent like Dave says. I mean, on a wood track, I would prefer a brass chassis over a plastic one. Nothing against the plastic. I mean, some of them run great, but having your own built chassis and then just building your own car is kind of cool. But again, like I said, NSR makes some great chassis for the wood track as well, and all the other brands, stuff like that. I'm gonna make sure hey, get out of there! Come on, out! That's too far into the table. Come on, out! Come on, Mitzi, out! Not in trouble. I don't want you going that far. There's tools down there, right? I got a Park Terrier mix here. She's a sweetheart, though. I can show you on camera, but you're just gonna. Let's see. Hey, no, get out of there. Come on. This is my dog. Let's see. Oh, there's the camera. There she is. Mitzi, come on. She wants to hang out with me. Come on. Come on. Up. Good girl. Come on. You can do it. You just want to lie down and hang out, so that's how dogs are. They don't really hang out with you. And I got this webcam just hanging on my laptop. So I have no eCam like I do downstairs. Apple, so this is a regular laptop, but crazy dogs. Yeah, it is satisfying. Let's see, I missed some comments here. Hi, George. You get the router bit from Soccer Horny? Yes, sir, I did, Gerardo. I did. I got the router bit and I got the gain bit too. So the gain bit is also that'll put the gain so you could lay your braid. Unless you don't want to do a gain, then I guess you'd use copper tape. But here's the gain bit. It's right here. It's all packed away. Here's the first time I'm opening it, but here it is right here. This is the gain bit right there. You see that? It's the gain bit. I'm sure that's pretty sharp too, so I'm going to put that away before I slice my fingers again like I did on the router bit. And then they give you have the roller too to roll the braid once you get it rolled in and stuff. So, yep. Let's see what else we got here. Yep, that's it, George. On the wood, it's a world of a difference. Yeah, I agree. I would, after driving Harry's track, I was happy with it. Earthquake. In California. Neil, let's see. I purchased some of the Carrera NASCARs from Great Traditions. Going to build my second chassis. Ah, cool. My first is a hot rod. For Harry's summer proxy, I might need to talk to you if I get into buying. Sure, no problem, man. Neil, if you want, no problem. You could message me to the Area 51 Raceway page on Facebook, and we could talk there, or talk on the phone through there, or whatever. Cell phone numbers, it doesn't matter. Shotgun, how bad? Gerardo Campos, that's a great bit. We use that bit for all of our tracks in Sacramento. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's sharp as hell too. Gosh, it worked really good when I did the test piece. I was pretty happy with it. And I have a video loading up on part 4 of this track on doing the test routing. So I actually have a video doing it on camera and kind of showing it and stuff, and then showing the car, when it's upstairs here, how it came out and stuff. So that should be loaded up pretty good. Pretty soon here, probably as soon as I'm done with you guys, I'll go and post it. Pat, just wondering what size room you're going to have the track in. It's this room right here. So this track is 5 feet wide by 14 feet long. So this room is like a 15-foot room by 10-foot wide room. So, or 12-foot wide. So that's this room right here we're in. This is where hangar 1 will be. The earthquake, Gladstone. It was George induced earthquake. Good evening, Greg. Pat, going to see if I have to remove a wall. Yeah. If you're into construction, you could do that. That'd be great. You can remove it. I'll make sure my dog is not. Why are you over there, Mitzi? Come on. My goodness, come on. Out. Dog suffering from separation anxiety. So, there were 3 in the Bay Area this morning. Really? Were they small ones? I was there for Loma Prieta. Oh my God, I remember that one. Holy smoke, that one shook the crap out of everything. Yep, I remember those. Remember earthquakes when I used to live in California. Very all too familiar with them. Cool. Just need to remove the closet. Yeah. Doesn't sound like it'd be too tough. I heard that the Bay Area gets a lot of them. We get them too, but not like up north. Yeah, I guess it varies. Cool. Thanks, George. I read it. HO track years ago. You can do it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Yep. Just getting all the little test runs done to make sure it'll be good. I have the router set where I need it, so I locked it down and marked it. So when I go do the piece that we're on top of here that the laptop's on, I could just start routing it and start into 2 pieces. Hopefully next week if the weather holds out. The weather's been kind of crappy, so we'll have to see what happens with the weather. So, but yep. What else is everybody doing? Anything else going on with anybody? Anybody interested in doing one of those? Somebody is Mr. I'm sorry, somebody. Neil, I think, is the one that's interested in doing a brass chassis. That's cool with the NASCARs. Kirby Road Slot Car, what's up? Hey, George. Hey, the rest of all of you. What's up? Kirby Road Slot Car. When are you guys going to start your channel? Dave already has a channel, so he's excluded from that conversation. I'd like to see some of you guys to your channel so you can see your stuff. I know there's Slot Car Dude. He has his channel. He does a lot of HO stuff. You got Moss, Raul, Marty, myself, Harry, Boone. Who else is out there? R Slot, Dave. So, I mean, in case you need to start one up. All my stuff is in 136, and now you and Harry are heading us into 136. There was 125th. That was some car. It used to be 125th. Yeah, 132nd is cool too. It's just a little bit smaller, but it's all good. All nice filler for tonight. Have a crappy channel already. I don't think it's crappy. It's a good channel. You do a lot of resin stuff. A lot of people don't do that. Greg Hazel saw the stream from last night about doing a channel, giving it some thought. Why not? So all you have to do is hit record and just say something. That's how it started with me. Got it going. Just need to post more and do more. Okay, good. Cool. Well, when you guys get your channel started, whoever does, let me know so I can subscribe to it. Record, yeah. Record indeed. Record. Come here. Get you out of there. Yeah. So, cool. The more the merrier. I agree. The more the merrier. That'd be a good one. So, what else, guys? Hey, what's up, Raul? Hey, Raul, thank you very much for that logo. Raul made a logo for me. It looks freaking fantastic. I want to say the other word, but I don't think I should. It looks awesome. He did a real good job on that. I kind of gave him what I wanted, and he did exactly what I needed. So it's in the video that I'm posting up pretty soon here when I'm done with the live. I have one loaded up on part 4 of this build. So I'm using the logo for the first time on that one, Hangar 1 Raceway logo. It's pretty cool. So I'm really excited about that. About the logos Raul's made. He's a really talented guy making that stuff. He spits them out like nothing. He spits them out like we spit out, like I spit out brass chassis. So very, very good at what he does. And other stuff, I can only do brass chassis. And anything else, probably not. But pretty much settled on 124. Yeah, thank you, Kirby Road Stock Car. Thank Raul was the one that made my logo. 124th, some of them are nice. The only thing about 124th is that, come on, Mitzi, out. Come on, out. The only thing about 124 is you could see the difference in it compared to 125th. I have nothing against 124. I think 125th is more to scale, a little bit more, I guess to model scale, but there's some great 124th cars out there. I got a lot of Carrera 124 cars, so I can't say, one's better than the other, but yeah, For model building and scratch building, I prefer the 125th. But if I can't find a car in 125th, then I'll go with the 124th as well, which I've done before. So let's see. Awesome logo. You guys suck it on stuff. Yeah, Raul's good at artwork there, man. He's a talented guy and a lot of other stuff. Sent Marty some pics of the NASCAR interior turn. I'm looking to trade for 124. Ah, gotcha. Neil, I have been following you and Boone and MP since you all started. Oh, cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see. Dave answered Raul there. So cool. That's good. That's good. Is there a big difference between 124 25th? Yeah, there is. You could tell. Damn it. I don't have the card here. What did I do with it? I have a body line around it. It's 124th. You can really tell the difference. I guess many 125ths here. Let me see. Or if I could dig in here, if I could find something. Where is it? That's the question. I don't remember what I did with it. Darn it. And I can't show you. I can't find it. Yeah, I don't have it with me. I cannot see it anywhere. It's in a box somewhere. There is a difference. There's a video a guy makes about comparing 124 and 125th. You can see the difference in the two. 124 is just a little bit bigger, in length and a little bit wider. But there is a difference between the two. What's up, Jim? Jim Anthony? Yeah, Jim Anthony's been pushing out some nice brass chassis, man. You're doing good, Jim Anthony. You should make a channel yourself and do a video on you doing a brass chassis, man. I like to see that. Jim Anthony's been doing some nice work. If you guys haven't seen some of his posts, he's got some nice cars going on. They look really good, really, really good. But really good stuff, man. I think Jim Anthony should start his own channel. Hit record and show us how he builds his chassis. Because he's been building those 132nd chassis for those Carrera cars. He did like 2 Porsches, I think it was. Man, those things came out nice, sweet looking. I bet they handle nice too. But yep. Yes, sir. Man, I wish you could find that model body. I don't know what I do with it, but so I can compare it. But there is a difference between 124 and 125th for sure. I'm still thinking, that's still bugging me where that body is. I think it's downstairs in the box. That's where it is. Yeah. So, anyways, sometimes you get so much stuff, start losing track. Where can we see Jim's work? He posts on the Home Racing World Facebook page is where Jim Anthony's posted. He's really got some really, really good stuff, man. This car's chassis is really cool. So I would, yep. See, he just picked up 1920 Model T kit. See, yeah, he's got the bug. Jim Anthony's got the bug like I did, and I still do have it. Not that I lost it. You start building stuff left and right. I mean, you start amassing a lot of cars on top of buying cars and then making chassis for them. But yep. Yeah, the next the video I did about the NASCAR, I have the wheels coming on Thursday. Yeah, let's go over the bench. Let's show you the bench. This is one thing that's nice. This is portable. So let's see this problem. How's the progress on the wood track? I have a video that I'll be posting pretty soon. I did some test routing, like I said earlier. So we'll see how that, should be loading up soon. It's on the Apple computer downstairs, so I don't know. I guess I could walk down there and do it with the computer to the house. So here's the build that I'm talking about with the NASCAR. So, and basically, it's just making a simple chassis. And the reason why I want to use the 8264, and I think I have enough width for the wheels as well, because it's 59 millimeters between here. Each wheel well. And Harry said you can trim those down if they rub because they are pretty thick. But the reason why I'm doing it this way, I'm trying to make it simple for the first time user, is that if you put these all together, this is the exact distance with this guide tongue here, and with these rails, and with the motor bracket. So you got to pretty much, you just have to solder it in place, pin it, and it's pretty even there. You don't have to worry too much about it being off. And I got all my stuff pre-cut here. This is just a presentation to show everything. And this is the car, the Norm Nelson one. This is the one originally I was going to 132 132 these are. This one originally I was going to strip down and paint it the Glotzback livery, which is the 99 car that I sent out to Mark Thomas's proxy. And I can't see if I get this lined up. And I'm glad I didn't, because that's a really nice looking car. I was kind of like, it's kind of a shame to strip it down, but I didn't have to, and so I'm going to use that as the first one. In all those other cars you see on the table, I'm going to be putting chassis on them. So, but yep, this is the bench. This is just the areas that I, when I come here, I build stuff, and I'm already running low on stuff as we speak. Tools and brass. I need to order some more brass, and then again, my parts are starting to dwindle. All the wheels for the tires. I don't have nearly as much as Harry does. And I got my, station here for trimming tires. You can see it's all full of urethane. I need to clean up here. It's a little bit messy. A little roller bench, and then my little power supplies that turn everything on. These are cool. And this is for build, if doing 132nd build type of build. And I got my little boxes here with stuff. The hot rod is right here, I think. This is part of the hot rod build. The chassis is up there. So this is the boxes I use to keep stuff in. And I got Dave's stuff still. Dave sent me some stuff, which I really appreciate it. Some resin stuff. And what we got here? There's some tools, weight and wire bender, and tool from Slot Invasion. Oh, just my little area here, and I got paints down there, and a compressor, and just a bunch of other things, some racetrack scenic stuff there, and all drawers down here, all kinds of stuff. I got a few pieces of brass, scraps if I need any. It's good to save your scraps. Cutting stuff I use for cutting. And then, sandpaper, drywall paper, various stuff. And I got paintbrushes. Popsicle sticks come in so handy when you're doing body height. And then sponges. And these are what you make baby moons for. I don't know if you guys know, 1/25th scale. These are basically upholstery nails. So there's been a video on these where you make so you're doing a hot rod, you guys. This is perfect. You want baby moon wheels. This turns out real good on a Steely wheelie, and I've done it before. I'll show you a car I did it to you around here. And then just various other junk that's in here. And then we have the tool area for resin bodies here. So you got some resin bodies I still need to build in the room there. And this was the Superbird was in here, future projects. And I got modified here, asphalt racer. This is Dave, you should know what this is. 24, some BRM tires that I don't need. Some glues, just more tools, and then more extra solder iron and wire bending and stuff. So, speakers for music. More model kits. So, see, I'm going to be building a Batmobile. And there's some asphalt racers down there. And then there's the hot rods. So I got a lot of hot rod kits when Hot Rods was announced. And up there is more cars. Lamborghini Night Rider, Pontiac GTO. That Groove Boss is a cool one. It's like an old school modified. And some other stuff up here that I've had for a while that, some I already built, some I haven't. And up there is 2 kits that I need to build. There's a NASCAR Snap Tight 132nd that Harry gave me when I was at Home Racing World when I left. So I'm going to build one of those soon. So that's basically it. Let me see. or get some answers here. Somebody's asking me some questions. So that's the tour of the build area. If you guys ever wanted to, never seen it. Let's see. MP, let's see. Concourse. Hey, George, the two rails, are they flat? Yes, they are. They're 8264. So the size is, let me see. 8264 is the number from K&S. They are flat rectangle, and the dimensions are 1/8 by 1/4, 14 thousandths thickness. So that's what those are right there. That's a basic, really a basic rail you could use for building a scratch build car. So those work real well. Uh, so let's see, Dave. Those job boxes are a good idea. Got to do that. Yeah, they help out. Well, they're at Walmart, so they're super cheap. And then I got LED lights shining down to give me light if I do video stuff. So it's going good. Laugh out loud. So Neil, nice work, Jim. Just check your bill on Facebook. Keep up the great work. Yeah, Jim's doing some good work, man. He does some awesome builds. George, where did you get the resin bodies from? Clint, I got those as gifts. But if you watch Dave's channel, he basically tells you how to do them. You can make your own silicone molds, and you just need to get a master car. So if you get like a 1/32 die cast car, that would work, or maybe even a body you have lying around that's 1/32 that you want to recreate, you could use that. Won't do any harm to the body because it's silicone. Dave's got good videos on that, and there's also an article on Home Racing World's main site, the archives. Mark Thomas has a video on how he did his resin body, mold, and then you pour resin in there, and you make a plug for it, and you make your own resin body. So 2 for Tuesday. Hey, what's up there, Harry? Eric Wildman found some Oldsmobile resins, but do not know how to build them. Need more info or a good video. So you're talking about building a chassis for them? Not sure what you mean. If you could clarify that. Thought I had the building bug. George, you're on another level. Oh, Anthony, you'll head this way too pretty good soon, Jim Anthony. You're going to be in this situation. Guarantee. I got Dan to do the closet thing. Because this is a closet. I just shut the doors and it keeps everything kind of neat. And then you can see I got a computer screen up there, and there is a computer here. So I got a computer right here also if I need one. Yep, that's the build area there. I hope this light isn't too bright and blinding anybody. But yeah, it's as always you start amassing stuff, and just getting all kinds of stuff. It's amazing what you end up collecting. Because now there's sometimes I'm missing stuff. I'm like, where is that? I have to go up there and try and dig it out to find out where they are at. So with having more room underneath the table there, because that'll be underneath the table, there's going to be more room to put cases or whatnot, or cars and stuff like that, and put it in an abyss, as they put it. Building an empire, yeah, I guess. building stuff to have lying around. So, but then the case is over there with the cars I built. I have a case right there, but I'm going to need to get another case sooner or later. Yeah, it's a deep rabbit hole. It always is. It doesn't matter. You just keep doing more and getting more ideas. And your head's always thinking about stuff. That's how I am. I'm always thinking of ideas. And, like the NASCAR chassis build thing, it was Harry and I were talking about that. And, Harry was saying, I'm building a second one. I like it. So I was like, yeah, I agree. I like it too. How I did the Glotzback car. I was like, it's kind of a lot of fun. So I'm going to throw this one together when I get the wheels and, go from there and try and get a video out for a simple build. Harry's doing a series of videos. I'm trying to coordinate with him so we could kind of do similar stuff to kind of make it easy. To build one of these chassis, to just make it like all you need to do is what you need to cut, what size, and put it together. Because those cars really, to me, they're worth putting a brass chassis under those NASCARs. So is there a reason for going brass instead of aluminum? Brass is easier to solder, I think. I don't think aluminum. I'm not sure about aluminum, to be honest. I don't. they do make aluminum stuff. I mean, KNS does, but I'm not sure it would really solder well the brass, to be honest. I mean, I could try it one day, but the brass to me is just, I think it's easier to deal with, but I could be wrong because I never use aluminum. And I've used piano wire and stuff like that. Maybe somebody can answer that because I'm not sure, but I could always look it up. But hey, try aluminum. If you could do aluminum, that's kind of cool. The thing about aluminum, it'd probably bend a little easier too, because if it gets hit, it could distort easier. That's just like some brass that's like soft brass. That's like, how'd you say that's uh, the diameter of it. So it's easier to manipulate, I believe. Yeah, see, aluminum doesn't solder. You'd have to weld it. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. I wasn't sure, but I've used an aluminum welder before, but I not really for small areas, small things like this. But let's see. Hey, Shotgun Dave. He's asking Dave that 1955 cast pickup truck since he slots. If not, I have it, and I'll send it you to me. Keep making a copy, me a resin copy. Ah, cool. Just easy to work with, and added weight. Added weight that low is part of the performance. See, there you go. There you go. Curvy road. That's a good point because more weight, a little bit of added weight, low on the bottom end of the car it does help it with handling. Keeps it planted on the track. So see, there you go. Harry had an answer there right away. But hey Neil, I haven't looked at it yet. If he still has it, I'll grab it. If not, I'll take you up on your offer. Cool. Yeah, Dave's making a lot of bodies lately, man. He's see his videos pretty much tell you how to do it. I mean, if you guys want to make your own bodies for 132nd, and 132nd is a harder to get model kits because there's not as many variety of it like 125th. But if I plan on doing resin casting soon. As soon as the track is built, maybe when early next year, I'll start getting stuff together to do my own plugs and stuff because I want to be able to branch out and do that stuff because it'd be cool to build cars that you can't get in that model scale. You just make one out of resin and work out good. New aluminum on solder. I'm a machinist by trade. After I got my Revo, I've been putting through the milling and aluminum chassis. Oh, cool. So you got all the access to milling stuff. That's great. That's good. So if you make an aluminum chassis, then sounds like what you're going to do. Like to see that. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not a machinist. I'm a mechanic, so a little bit different. So, but yeah, that's cool. But so, what else is everybody doing? Let's see. There's no by. Oh no, it's the same comment. I thought a new one popped up. So, what else is everybody doing tonight? It's Tuesday night. That sucks because tomorrow I have off, and then Thursday I got to go back to work. I wish I was retired so I could do more of this stuff. But unfortunately, I'm not. I got to pay for the bills and the mortgage, so and then all my little slot car stuff. So new Sony camera drops tomorrow. It's quite the stir, and then the internet. Really, damn, Raul. Raul's got like 100 cameras in his house. So if you need any camera advice, ask Raul. If you guys want to branch into more than an iPhone, I know he got me good advice on the Sony one that I got. That's a nice camera. Work on an SA Viper, Carlene's and pod not level. The one you got, the scale auto one. That's right. I saw that. You got it this morning. The motor is hitting the interior. All right. I know you're going to whip that into shape in no time, Harry. 101 cameras. Yeah, Raul is he's very, if you need advice on cameras, trust me, he knows a lot about that. And I probably will ask him for more advice later on because when I get this track up, I want to have like multiple camera angles. So when we're, racing around here in this oval, we get good angles and stuff. Just got my SC Viper tune for non-mag racing. Cool. All right. Yeah, you like the Vipers. Harry got a scale auto one. Looks pretty cool. And you got the Nissan one, the Bathurst. I'm gonna see if I'm saying it right. I may be saying it wrong as Slaughter has told me when I said Tyrell. It's Tyrrell. That's saying it wrong. So yeah, he does. Raul is a very gifted person. He's really good with graphics, all kinds of that stuff, and the internet and websites. And his website's amazing. If you guys haven't gone to it, please do, because he's got all the stats of every car that he's tested, all the Carrera cars. So he'll put a separate section, and that's going beyond what what everybody else does. He actually has a stats section, and you could see everything, the individual car. So if you want to look up a car, it's like a database. It's awesome. It's like what Harry has, his database on his reviews and all that stuff. It's great to have that stuff on the internet, because you could research it, and it's all there, and you could look and read and make your own decision. So it's good stuff. If anybody else is doing that, that's good. It just makes it easier. Tuesday is at Area 51 now. No, I just thought I'd just do a live, since Marty is busy right now and kind of filling in. But Marty will be back Thursday, so don't forget about Thursday. Thursday he'll be back, and he'll be back to next week. He's supposed to have some people join him on this live. So I think it's Jim and the gentleman from Smart Race, or Smart Race, is it? Yeah, Smart Race, I think it is. So steal his night? Not really. Just filling in. Carrera should be paying him. Yeah, he does a good job, Raul, with all that stuff that he has on there, man. It's pretty cool. Yeah, he's also got like other channels too. The Lego channel builds, and the Pokemon one, I think, is another one. He's got a couple of channels going on. So if you guys need advice for starting a channel, you should also talk to him. We don't steal, we work with each other. That is correct. There you go. Cooperation, co-op. Yeah, cooperation. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, well, let's see what we got. I'll show you the big mess we got around here. So this is the track, what it looks like at the moment. Hopefully the camera won't fall off, but it's got all my tools all over the place. That's the length of it, 14 feet. I think it'll be fun once it gets all set up. And you can see better that way, all this stuff there. But yep, pretty big room, so it's good. Yeah, I did watch a little bit, not all of it, because I had to do something earlier today with Dee Dee, so I had to finish it. That's from what I've been seeing, that's pretty cool. Harry's got some experience in that as well. He knew exactly what printer you were talking about. He was telling me about that. He knew what printer you were using and stuff. Because his wife also does some real good stuff. Also, all that stuff that you see that he has, his wife has done. The little logos that she has done for the events, and stuff like that. She's really, really good at that stuff also. So, is your rounded track an oval? Yes, it is. Yes, sir. It's an oval. It's going to be exactly like Harry's, but 2 feet shorter, just a little bit different, but it's the same footprint as Harry's. His is 16 feet, 5 feet 3 inches wide. Mine's is 5 foot wide exactly, and 14 feet long. So, and I'm going to exactly do like what he did, which is, put the bows in the on the turns and stuff, give it a slight bank, and then on the straights they'll have a slight bank. So by bowing the track and using wood to pin the track down, because the half-inch MDF will bend pretty good, and he was telling me it'll bend more than you think. So 31 degrees bank? No, I don't think so, Clint. I want my scratch build cars to stay on the track, not fall off. No magnets here, that's why. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not a commercial track. I don't have wing cars, so it'll be old traditional dirt oval, old traditional fun, which I think is cool, especially when you get cars clanging around, especially the big cars when they start rubbing each other. That's what's fun about it. The set of stations for the cleaning and smart trick you should do. Yeah, I intend to do that also. So that's why I have this. So I have a lot of scrap NDF, so I could cut those pieces to make blocks, and that's where I'll put sandpaper and a sponge on the thing, and then have powered to them with copper tape, and that'll be stationed. So I'll be doing exactly what like his is also, which is workstation. Hey, careful! I stepped on you. So yes, sir. His setup stations for like yeah, you just read that. Sorry. Yep. He's helped me out a lot, with guiding me through. His article does too. Also, you read his article on how he built his tracks. It's pretty cool. It kind of gives you an idea what to expect. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't really know what the hell to do. I'd probably be hiring somebody to do it. But after reading his article and him talking to me and saying, it's not that hard. You just have to do certain things a certain way, and it's fine. So it'll work out good. So hopefully it'll be an issue. Try to keep the dog out now. She left. I'm sorry, you guys are looking at a fan there. Try to aim that down. There you go. Look at all the cards I have here. But yeah. Yeah. So, anything else, guys? We're going to be doing this for 41 minutes. 41 minutes. Any more questions on anything with the track, I guess, if you guys have any? I don't know if has anybody thought about building one? I know Moss has a lot of space in his basement. She's a nice fan. Yes, sir. So nobody else think about building a track? I know I'm planting seeds as well. Moss would say, I'm a bad influence. Probably your wives think I'm a bad influence. Can make you spend money. Just like Marty with his wife coming down to his basement. That really made me laugh when he told me that Monday. Or where'd all this stuff come from? That's pretty funny. Yeah, MP made a nice video on this track. I was watching that. That's a lot of nice work there. Gander, yes, the power base is wired that way. Turn the base around, and will need to rewire. Gotcha, Harry. I've always wondered that was why don't you have a huge track? His track's pretty big, the one he has there, but it's not like he could have another one, Just saying. Have a lot of work ahead of me putting down my 27-foot track. Yeah, you got a lot of work ahead of yourself there, Raul. You got a big project going on there. That's a lot of work to take on. Oh, here we go. I thought, yeah, I don't really want to scratch build any. Not to try scratch building. I think you can do it, boss. It's not that hard. You can make all those cars you talk about that you want, that they don't make. So, yeah, that was funny what Marty said. Yeah, he could. He's got plenty of room. Yes, he does. Alf, ask Harry to talk to SEC and donate a router bit for a grand prize. Hey, I'd even buy one and donate it if somebody wanted to build a track. They're not super expensive. They make a lot of good stuff. Before I even started building the table, I had ordered all that stuff prior to coming to this house. So I ordered the router bit that I slice my fingers into like a fillet, and then I have the gain bit, like I said, and then the roller to roll the braid when it's done. And then I also got the track wiring kit. The track wiring kit is in a box down there. That's really nice. It gives you, junction blocks and instructions and stuff. And then thank you to Harry for donating the controllers from the Show Me Down Speedway, the original Professor Motor controllers. He gave me that, saved me money. I appreciate that. And I have those. So pretty much I have all the electrical stuff. I have a power supply. I have all that ready to go. I just need to route and build the track and paint it and, do all that other stuff. But that will come sooner or later. I need one waiting to learn before I pull trigger. Well, the video I'll be posting pretty soon, so I'm done with the live here. I'm going to go downstairs and hit, publish. Watch that video. I actually route a lane on the video. I kind of hold my camera and kind of explain how I'm routing it, how the jig works, and then on the last part of the video, I have the card that I'm showing you how deep it went and how the guide and where it sits at. So it's 7 to 8 millimeters. I went 8 millimeters, and that was plenty. And it fits in there perfectly. So that's what we're hitting at. So any cool new alien idea for your new diorama? So I guess for up here, I really won't. As far as for a diorama up here, I don't think I'll have many dioramas because I don't think I have much room to really do that. I mean, in the middle of the track, I'm going to do what Harry has on his is route one slot. So this way I can put cars there, park cars there. Maybe I'll have a few things on there, and then when I race, remove them because when the cars fly around, they're going to hit all that in the middle. So obviously, you got to remove all that. So really, a diorama. Maybe I don't know. Maybe on like the outside part of the track, it would have to be high, like in the back, like make a mountain. I don't know, a hanger. I don't know. I don't know. I know I do have the Flash Fantastic stuff that I got from Scott Vargo. He had 6 of them left. I picked 2 of them up. He put them on eBay, and I jumped on 2 of them right away. So the Flash Fantastic are those ones that you see on Area 51 Raceway when cars go by the grandstands in the garages. You see the little flashes. Those are little figures that are like flash photography. And I got 2 of those here, and I plan on using that on this track. So I'll have to see how I do it or how I want to do it. It just depends. I got some ideas I want to do, with improve, kind of putting kind of like a diorama, but I don't want to go too crazy because it's, again, you have the center of the track and you're racing, and when the cars fly off, they're going to smash into the diorama. So I would rather leave that, like how Harry does it. He has the one slot, and then he puts stuff on there, and then when the race happens, he removes the cars and the things that are on there, and it's clear. Because you could see there's cars that have crashed or like flown, and then they fly into that. So it's probably better to keep that clear. But so what was the reason behind Area 51 Raceway? I don't know. I thought of the name because when I lived in California, I stayed with my mother to afford to live in California. I paid her rent, and she was, very sweet enough to put the money away. And when I decided where I was going to move, she, gave me that money back. And that's how I was able to get my first house. And my mom is a very wonderful person. She knew what I was trying to do. She didn't want to see me go, but I guess she felt that, she knew what I wanted. I wanted my own place and be able to afford my own place. So when I lived there, it was a nice trailer park when we lived in. It's nice, big. It's not, I wouldn't say trailer, it's a mobile home. It was a nice mobile home, double wide mobile home, beautiful home. And her space number was 51. So I just, one day I put a track together in, her living room, a small area. I asked her permission. Obviously, still want track, but she was fine with it. And I just kind of played around with it, and the name popped up, Area 51. I thought, kind of cool if you made like a track with like aliens and spaceships, because I like science fiction myself. So sci-fi movies and all that. And I thought maybe if I made something like that, it'd be kind of cool. And that's how the idea popped up. When I moved to North Carolina, then we had the room for it in the first house. We had a 3-bedroom house. So my wife said, just take the other bedroom there, and we'll leave the other one for guests, and then have our room, of course, obviously. And that's when I started building it. And if you see the early videos, what it looked like when I first got it, and when as time went, how I built the table and stuff. That's how I kind of really got the name Area 51 Raceway. And was from Space 51 at my mom's, who still lives there, which I'm trying to bring her over here, but she wants to do a few things there before she leaves. So I have this house right here was really, again, the story is that I went to Home Racing World headquarters, and I really, really fell in love with the oval track that Harry had. And yes, Harry, I was there quite a bit racing on it. And I was trying my cars because at that point, I'd send them my cars, but I didn't know how all my cars would work on there. The ones that I sent worked fine, but I brought quite a few cars, and when I ran them on this track, I was like, man, this is fun. All my cars run great here. So when I got back, I knew the truth was out there. Yeah. So see, Moss, Harry also plants seed too, because of where I'm at right now is because Harry planted the seed of me getting in a wood track. And so when I got home, I I I basically, told my wife, man, I want to build a wood track. Why don't I just take the plastic one down and build a wood track? And my wife was not happy with it. She said, don't do that. That track is cool. We built that. You don't want to tear it down. And then I told my idea to Harry, and Harry was like, that's not a good idea. You don't think you want to do that. You're going to lose a lot there because that thing's pretty unique. And so my mind started going with, well, this house was equipped. The first house that I had was capable of having a bonus room up top because someone had an option for a bonus room. Maybe if I had a bonus room built. And then we had a, cement slab. And I thought maybe if I extended the house and have a room there for, a slot car track. So all this was kind of going through my head with maybe construction or whatnot. And then my wife kind of suggested, well, we could get another house, and I thought, that's not a bad idea. So we went to look at one. Let's see what Harry says here. I have been responsible for the few folks paying too much on the hobby, but you win the grand prize, George. I accept it. So that's true. So we started looking for a house. The first house we went to, I liked. It got a real big basement, but Dee didn't like how the upper floor was really how it looked and how it was designed. She said, I don't like this house. I said, that's fine. So then we started looking, and we kept looking for homes with basements. And the ones we ran into were really like the basements were just like terrible, and they weren't really in a good neighborhood or in the right neighborhood, or the house is just really just orientated really weird. And then we came to this house, which I really didn't have interest in when we first walked into this place. My mind was set on getting something more of a modern house because that's what we had. Our house that we sold, the first one was a 2016 home. So a lot more modern. So when I walked in this house was built in 1990, 30-year-old house. I wasn't really looking at it the way I should have been looking at it. And Dee Dee was. And she told me, that's a good house because it's in a great neighborhood. I mean, it's next to the lake. It's got a lot of room. And she told me you could put your Area 51 downstairs in that area with the double doors, and then you could have that room on the top. And I thought, I really told her, I really don't like that house. I just don't like it. I don't know why. I don't like it. And she just said, well, it's got everything we need. I mean, it'd be a perfect house. It doesn't have a basement, but you have the room for your wood track upstairs and the one downstairs. So she basically was telling me, just take the 2 rooms because she liked the kitchen. She liked the gas range. She liked the way everything was, laid out. And so I thought about it, and then she told me, why don't we do this? Why don't we go back, look at it a second time, and I'll look for things that are wrong from it, and you relook at everything and just see what I'm talking about. So when I came back the second time is when I really kind of opened my eyes more. I was like, this place is huge, and it's got a lot of room. The garage is huge. The one thing that I liked the most was the garage, because the garage at the other house was small, and I always wanted a bigger garage to begin with. But I wasn't looking at it that way when I walked in the house the first time. So the garage was huge, and it had a lot of space. And then I had this room, which I saw, and then I saw the room downstairs, and I looked, I go, you're right. This actually is perfect for us. So we put a bid into the house, and sure enough, here's where we're at now. Now we're here doing the wood track, and we have the place downstairs. So not to make it so long, but that's how this whole thing happened, Area 51. Then I thought of Hangar 1. Harry's idea was Hangar Productions because he'd make comments, when they get cars, this has got to be something from the Hangar 1 here. You're doing some secret stuff. So, and there is a Hangar 1 in California, and I used to live across it in Mountain View, California. That's the NASA Ames space camp was there also. So the name of the airfield was Moffett Airfield. So Moffett Airfield or Moffett Air Base, it's now, I think, not in use, has a very large hangar that they used to use for blimps, big dirigible blimps, Navy blimps. And it's this huge hangar that's like, I mean, super big, and it's got two big clamshell doors. And I've been in the hangar before because we have been in there for air shows. And that hangar is so tall that clouds will form in it. And I have photos of the hangar itself, and some old World War II planes in front of it. But you used to see that outside of the freeway, and you could look it up. It's called Hangar 1 in Moffett Field, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Right now, Google, and that's near the Google home headquarters, has, I think, purchased or leased that, and they stripped all the metal off of it because of the environmental, I guess, impact it had. I don't know if it had some type of lead paint or what it had there, the outside of it, the shell of it, and it was a skeleton. So they're revamping the hangar, but it's a huge, and it's kind of like a historical piece because I think that was built in the 30s. But I'm not sure, but it's really big. You can look it up, but yeah, but that's why I got the name Hangar 1. So, and then thanks to Raul for putting together those logos, man. That's just fantastic. Where those things are cool, and you're going to see the logo in the video that I'll be posting. I'll be first using the logo, Hangar 1 logo, on the video that I'll be releasing. So, Kirby Road. Let's see, things will always work out if you believe. That is very true. You just got to have faith, and things will work out. Harry, put another notch in your paint stick for another victim. I hooked. There you go. Gladstone, know it well. Worked there in 19. Really, Gladstone? Cool. You worked in Hangar 1 in Moffett Field, huh? That thing's big, isn't it? And then there's two other hangars down the airstrip that are smaller, but that thing is so huge. And again, look it up. Hangar 1 in Moffett Field. That thing is humongous. And that's also part of the new logo. You'll see the outline of it there. That's why I gave Raul the hangar. I told him what it was, and then he made the logo. So you'll see it when I post the video tonight. So Robert Hill, how you doing? I'm sorry I can't greet everyone's get everyone's name, I think. Cool, Marb. Yeah, that's cool that he worked there. So yep. I'm autocorrect. That's what it was. That's what I thought it was. Robert autocorrect. Yeah. So far, I really enjoy the hobby a lot. Obviously, met quite a few good people. Last like I was in the car club. There's a few people I met that I like, and there's people that I didn't like that were absolute jerks. But that's in that way in every hobby. But the car club one that I in California, I still have one good friend that I still talk to. He still has his car, and him and I used to do a lot in the car club. So, but that's why the hobby is so nice. And with slot car, it's a little bit more downside. It's not like a big vehicle like I have in the garage where we get together and stuff. What's up, the fingers? I didn't have to wear a mask today. You'll see on the video. I used the second setting on this. So this router, talking about stuff other than slot cars, I'm sorry, guys. So this router right here is an excellent router. It's not a super high-end one because, as Harry said, you don't need a high-end one. So this is a, let me see, Wet Tolls. That's kind of weird. WTOLS, Wettles, I guess what you call it. This thing right here is a real good router. It's got a nice soft start to it. It's really smooth when you plunge it, and you use speed 2 because it was on speed 2, not even 2, a little over 2 when I used it. And as I plunged this down and locked it, it really cut it nice and easy. And obviously the bit has a lot to do with it too, but this thing has a slow start and a slow stop, so it doesn't go like that, bing, and then the motor kicks on. This actually winds up slowly, and then it picks up to speed. And it's really smooth and super quiet. I expect this thing to be like really loud, and it wasn't. And you'll see in the video, obviously in the camera, you're going to hear a lot of racket, but if you were to actually look at this and do it in real life without looking at it through the camera, it's really quiet. It's a quiet tool. I thought it was going to be really noisy. And I think it didn't kick up as much stuff because it was going at a speed where it's not going too fast where it flings it. So it did a pretty good job. And I think when I have a vac set up to this inside the house, it'll really do a good job with sucking everything out. But this is a really good router. It was from Amazon for $99. I did go to Amazon, to Harbor Freight. So Harbor Freight, they had 2 routers, plunging routers, but they didn't have anything for an attachment for like a vacuum. I'll show you here. There's the attachment. The other 2 routers that they offered were cheap, but they didn't have a way to hook this anything extra to hook up to suck stuff out. And then the one that did have one was $130. So I was like kind of disappointed. And then I went and looked on Amazon. This is $100 bucks, and I just figured I'll buy that because that has the attachment. It's a good deal. They had good reviews, but this is a nice router. It'll do what you need to do if you want to route your track. It's a really, like I said, I'm happy with it. And then the bit, I mean, this thing works fantastic. And then making the jig is just an important too. Here's the jig. It's a 3-foot jig. So, and it's 6 inches wide, I think, 6 inches wide. You see where I put my marks. The red marks are for routing the lanes, and then the black marks are for marking the lanes. So I kind of make the 2-in-1 tool. And then you can also use a ruler, a yardstick, like in Harry's article. And this is a yardstick, how I did it also, and just measured 3 times, 4 times, make sure it was right, and just did my, my stuff there. But it's a good one. Works real well. And pretty good. CC Massimo George has all you need to build. Yep. Everybody's getting. I shouldn't have said anything, Moss. I'm sorry. I noticed his basement was big and started planting seeds, as he said. So, but yeah, it's worked really good. It cut really well. It's very, very happy. I wish the weather was good. Otherwise, I would have these 2, sections already cut and be on to the next step. But again, I'm not in a huge rush, and I want to do it right because this is the first time. So I don't want to try and make a mistake and then have to buy another sheet of it. You're not sorry. Sorry, but not sorry. But yeah, any track building tools, again, like I said, I always promote Slot Car Corner because they pretty much cater to all the scratch building needs and even track building needs. So when you look for like diagrams of wiring track, if you go to Slot Car Corner, there is a resource section and they have all the information there for free. So I mean, if you want to, they'll show you how things should be hooked up and all that. So if you guys feel that you don't have any type of information, that information is actually there, and it's very helpful. Of course, videos of everybody else doing it, but anything's possible. You just put your head down and just go for it. That's just like the starting a channel. Just put your head down, hit record. If you don't want to see yourself on face, you could show your hands, or the subject that you're doing, and that's fine too. The voice is just as good. Just have good audio so they hear you clearly and stuff. And if you mess up, you mess up. Mistakes are part of that. When you're doing a video, I mean, I did some painting mistakes on camera and some spelling mistakes, errors on my videos. Misinformation on things that I thought what it was, but it wasn't. I mean, that happens, but it's all being part of being human. I mean, you make mistakes and just keep going. I could care less. If I make a mistake, I correct myself. But it's you can't be afraid to do it. Just gotta hit record. And live streams are fun too because get more people to interact and stuff, to talk about stuff. But yeah, if anybody ever needs any help on but anything, at least for this point, how far I've gotten making this jig or something like that, or what router to buy and where to get MDF or what size and all that, message me. I'd be happy to help you if you're interested in building your own track. So I mean, I think it's it'd be cool if somebody would do it also. It doesn't have to be an oval. You could make a road course one. Road course one is just involves curves. You'd have to draw that out, and I don't think it'd be a hassle to do that. Just get to it and make it happen. So, alrighty. Okay, any more questions? Nobody's saying anything else. So 31 people in here. Wow, we need to be 31 people in here. Ooh. You guys must be really bored and have nothing to do to watch me for an hour. But all right. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'll be posting that video on part 4. As soon as I'm done here, I'm going to walk downstairs and hit publish. So if you want to watch the video and show the routing part and stuff, if you're interested, to see how that works and stuff like that. So, but priorities. Dodgers got to go. Dodgers versus Angels got to go. Oh, shit. All right, guys. As always, take care, and thanks for joining me here tonight, and have fun racing. See ya.